is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The CD, the Bengals, they're back for the second time in 3 years, looking for that first ever Super Bowl title.
Can you believe they're 0-3 in the big game? 2 losses to the Niners in the 80s, 2 really tough ones, and a loss to the Rams in 2022. Their motivation, sky high. They're ready to bring that first title back to Cincinnati.
Meanwhile, for the Falcons, exciting times in Atlanta. Their third trip to the Super Bowl, and obviously, Charles, they want to erase the bad memories from the last time they were there against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
That's the one that sticks out for all Falcons fans. That's the one that sticks out for all NFL fans. A comeback for the ages by the Patriots. But this is the third time for the Falcons, 0-2. Remember, first time, Super Bowl 33, they lost to John Elway and the Broncos in Miami. They want their first title in this one.
The final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player of the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Jackson on second down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Fighting to stay upright. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 26. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Cameron Hayward. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
One of the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't match to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw. Buying time to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They begin this drive with Chubb. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
But you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Jackson on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Now Jackson on first down. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They trailed early on in his Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. That is caught by Lamb. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.D. Lamb, 82 yards. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's a screen for Robinson. Into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. A short throw hauled in by Kelsey. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Burrow. And it is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 45 yards. And the Bengals will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. Still going. Touchdown, Falcons. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, 3rd and 10, you look over, and you've got the punt team getting loose on the sideline. So that puts added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field. And after a couple of incompletions, 3rd time's the charm as they get the hook up here and pick up the first down.
To the air again, Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's Jackson. Middle of the field to Jefferson. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Now it's Jackson. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a close game here early on. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, Jackson connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd and a couple. Jackson now. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They go up the middle with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. He hit his first, now this from 43. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. It's a slant to Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Jackson, options out left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48th. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They go play action now. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have regained the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
First down. Here's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Burrow on first down. They complete it to Hill.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That is caught by Lamb. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
throw now off the bootleg. And a quick throw here that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Bengals have retaken the lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This one caught by Kittle. Down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. nice pickup of 33 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Chubb will score. Touchdown Atlanta.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Koo now for the point after. And the lead is now 2. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In motion, Hill. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Now Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will push the lead up to 5. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman of the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Burrow on play action. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And the Falcons now are going to go on offense late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Bengals will get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Burrow. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Keeps himself upright. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Burrow. That is caught by Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Burrow on 1st down. It's Hill, complete. And he's brought down. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. To the air again, Burrow shoves him aside, left side to Lamb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. It's a big place in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Burrow on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyreek Hill, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Bengals have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it
to do, put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's to the sideline and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
That play ended for a net loss by Jesse Bates. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Jackson connects with Kittle underneath. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Burrow will throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Burrow able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 3. Now Burrow. Open man right side is St. Brown. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards them.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a round, too.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive first and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the official.
And there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Jackson now. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 27. 72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory, as they have been outplayed tonight.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. Now Jackson. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Now it's Jackson. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger play.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
That's caught, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Here's Burrow. That one complete to Hill. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Burrow on play action. Locating St. Brown for another catch. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Burrow to throw on second down. Able to hit his target Lamb. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And Jackson throwing once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball. Jackson on first down.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. Touchdown! A.J. Brown. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
12.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 13, a minute 47 on the clock. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl.
Jackson completes this to Jefferson.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Jackson.
Forced out to his left, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Throwing, Jackson.
And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Bengals offense returns to the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.